This is the experience of Gab and his uncle, who is known as Uncle Jordan. Sometimes we get to drink with him when he visits our place. And actually, he is the one who opened this topic when he was drunk. Some of the residents here know what happened, but we don't really talk about it. I don't know much about that also, but our neighbors and parents know all about it. Uncle Jordan told us that he has land in one of places near our home. He said that before he bought it, it was a corn field. So when he bought it, he also planted plants on it. The plants he planted were flowers so that he could also use them in floats during fiestas or for his other job that requires flowers. Uncle Jordan had a small house there, and he hired a caretaker to look after and take care of his crops, because he works far away. Uncle Jordan used to visit the land once in a month, and once he sent the caretaker home so he could sleep in the house for a few days, but he experienced something strange. Uncle Jordan said he felt like he was being haunted there. During the first nights he thought a thief had entered his yard, because of footsteps and rustling. But when it was almost entirely like that during his few nights stay, he had a different hunch. It is said that Uncle Jordan asked the caretaker if he felt something there. But the caretaker said there is nothing, and that maybe Uncle is just imagining things. The next time Uncle stayed on his land, he went with Gab. Like Uncle Jordan, Gab also felt fear because of the inexplicable sounds. On their second night, Uncle Jordan was on the lookout for the mystery that was happening there, and they discovered that the footsteps and rustling were coming from the garden where Uncle's flowers are. It's just that they still haven't seen the perpetrator before. So they thought that there was a ghost in the garden. The only strange thing is that the caretaker does not feel those ghosts. And Uncle Jordan also found out why. Once Uncle was in his workplace again, he secretly ordered Gab to visit his garden at night. He said to see what the guard was doing. And that's when it was discovered that the caretaker was not sleeping at his uncle's home, but goes home by 5 in the afternoon. Gab asked the neighbors about what the caretaker is doing at night. And they proved that the caretaker comes home every afternoon. Because of that, the caretaker was fired and was replaced by Gab. When Gab was guarding the garden, the mystery of the ghost was solved. One day Gab was ordered to till the ground for new seedlings to be planted by Uncle. He said that the first time he hit the hoe on the ground, he heard something that sounded like a crack. When he pulled the hoe, a long bone came with it, so Gab went screaming. There is a dead body buried on one side of the garden, and because of the decay it was said to be new. It's only been about a year, so there's still a bit of a smell even though it's just bones. The body was buried shallow, thus they know that it was buried rushly. The caretaker was immediately accused of burying the body there. But according to the investigation of the police, they said that he is not the culprit. It is possible that one night, someone else entered the garden because the caretaker was not present during the evening. The skeleton was recognized based on her clothes. She is said to be a cashier at a supermarket in town who was last seen with her boyfriend. The boyfriend is the prime suspect because he is also from the same town where the uncle's garden is. Ever since the woman's skeleton was discovered, the footsteps and rustling in Uncle Jordan's garden have disappeared. They also let a priest bless the place and lit a candle on the spot where the body was dug up. If you like this thrilling tale, please do like, subscribe, and share this video. And if you have horror or thrilling stories to share with us, please message us, and we will narrate them for you.